Here's a handoff out of the gun. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A gain of 3, second down. From the gun, here's Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now it's Watson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This one from 46 yards out. The kick by Lambo is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Hands it off out of the gun, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. He's trying to get it to Ridley. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 8. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Escaping the pressure right. That one complete to Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun again to Elliott. Running right through it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. To throw is Watson. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup from 8 yards out, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Cowboys 10, Falcons.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drill.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. As we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a big number 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
2nd down and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Second and 4. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. A trick shot on the extra point, but it is good off the left upright. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Elliott on 1st down, going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Our 2 squads making their final adjustments prior to the 2nd half kick. Which team will be the one standing as NFC champions at the end? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl, And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year, and they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
No running room for Zeke on first down, as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Faking the give. Now Watson looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is caught at the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play here for Dallas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Watson. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38, Watson. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on third, Watson. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Cowboys 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. Eluding the pressure right. A dump off to Elliott. Not much there, only a yard. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown! Amari Cooper, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A field goal would tie the game. A touchdown, of course, gives them the lead. Boy, the drama intensifying on every single play with a Super Bowl berth on the line. 60 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to like. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Lambo on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Looking to throw. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Falcons 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The squib kick taken in right around the 32. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Garyon Conley. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats. Don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Incomplete. The result of the play is a turnover.
On first down, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season.